Apple slapped a staggering $3,499 price tag on the Vision Pro, essentially a first-gen beta product. Sure, it crams in sensors that make Tony Stark jealous and 4K displays sharp enough for an ant to watch Avengers, and blinking to control things looks straight out of Minority Report. But should we really be paying multiple house payments to beta test Apple's AR ambitions with this flashy futuristic headset? Let's weigh the real pros and cons. Strap this sucker on and you'll quickly realize it's less minimalist Apple and more dense iPad plaster to your face. We're talking 650 grams of screens, sensors, and batteries pressing on your cheekbones here. It gets uncomfortable for marathoning Netflix pretty fast, and the battery has you lugging a hefty external brick around like a 90s laptop. To me, the Vision Pro often feels more like an AR proof of concept than a finished product ready to upend your computing. Because of all the drool-worthy sensors and slick Vision OS design, the apps just don't unlock a must-have experience revolutionary enough to best your phones and laptops. I mean, Apple didn't even tap into the huge VR gaming market. Where are wireless Quest-like games to show off the power here? No headset staples like Beat Saber or Supernatural for this aging millennial to get some dorky VR workouts in. For $3,500, this thing should let me airdrum to Living on a Prayer without throwing my back out like a weird AI concert. At least, gaming feels like an obvious next step. Ports from Apple Arcade or adaptation for the innovative controls. But Apple weirdly positions the Vision Pro more for productivity. Trying to multitask with floating Safari windows made me long for the simplicity of switching between spaces on my MacBook in about 5 minutes. The text just isn't crisp enough at a usable size to stare at spreadsheets all day. Don't even get me started on the wacky on-screen keyboard you have to slowly blink type on. Just let me connect on a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, please. It really feels like Vision OS combines everything we know computers could be without deciding what they should be when the headset is on your noggin. And for all Apple's usual design restraint, some choices just feel downright wacky. I cannot fathom a scenario in which I'd willingly have a glitchy 3D rendering of my eyeballs displayed to loved ones instead of just having a normal face-to-face chat. It ventures straight into the uncanny valley. If nothing else, cutting this feature would have shaved a few bucks off for us budget-conscious shoppers. Now, let me reiterate that for pure entertainment, the Vision Pro dazzles for a bit. That cinematic mode with spatial surround sound makes movies feel totally immersive. It's just like having a 100-inch 3D TV screen plop right in your living room. But much like binging Netflix for 6 hours straight, you hit a point where being isolated in a virtual world gets old, no matter how gorgeous the display. These gripes make the Vision Pro tricky to assess. In many ways, it feels years ahead of my consumer tech I've strapped to my noggin, and if money is no object, dive right into the future. But with a sky-high cost and plenty of quirks, this first effort reinforces that AR and VR still have some major kinks to iron out before challenging your phones or laptops. The Vision Pro feels like an obsessively engineered launchpad, burdened by first-gen clunkiness. Essentially a $3,500 sneak peek that the mind-blowing computing experiences were imagined are nearing reality. But for over 3 house payments today, I hoped for something more polished. Don't get me wrong, the potential is wildly impressive, but potential doesn't fix the neck strain from wearing a dense iPad on my face or cut the price tag in half. Maybe in a few years, Apple refines things into sleeker glasses and builds an ecosystem merging useful with entertaining. Oh, and works out the kinks causing random glitches breaking the immersion. For now, the Vision Pro feels a bit like a luxury concept car without enough roads to really open up and show its power. Flashy and fast, but impractical for most daily tasks like spreadsheets or grocery runs. The tech feels just slightly out of reach of totally replacing your devices. I suppose it's a breakthrough product pointing to spatial computing's crazy future potential, but today, it's more of a stepping stone for early adopters than a must-have living room gadget for the rest of us. Think of it like the first iPhone, a seriously impressive peek into the future, but missing some polish and apps that unlock its world-changing potential a few versions later when the tech caught up to the vision. So while the Vision Pro previews mind-blowing AR/VR potential ahead, I'm hoping Apple starts working on a more refined and affordable Vision Pro Lite next. Slice to that price, pack the power into sleeker glasses, and we'll really be getting somewhere game-changing.